Hi guys, it's me again, Lion Eyes Official. Nagbablog para sa inyo ng pawang katotohanan lamang at walang halong kasinungalingan. Ito ay vlog na totoo ang nilalaman. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa ating pong mga subscribers, viewers, and followers sa ating FB page, Lion Eyes. Sana po ay lagi kayong nasa mabuting kalagayan. Sa mga hindi pa po nakapag-subscribe sa ating channel, mag-subscribe na po, mag-like, mag-share at paki-click na rin po yung ating notification button para updated po kayo sa mga videong i-upload natin. Sa mga kapwa ko OFW, mabuhay po tayo, laban lang para sa ekonomiya ng bayan. So habang wala pa po ang mga asungot, tayo po muna ay mag-a-upload ng ating mga videos sa mga nangyayari nung mga nakarang araw. So maraming salamat po sa ating mga new subscribers, no? Sa mga gusto pa pong dumagdag diyan, pwedeng-pwede po at libre po 'yan, walang bayad. Ang ating topic for today ay tungkol kay Sec Boying Rimulya at saka si Senator Marcoleta. Alright, doon po sa hearing kahapon sa Senate sa Blue Ribbon Committee tungkol po dito sa maanumalyang flood control projects. So let's get started. I-share ko lang po yung ating yung ating screen para hindi po tayo masabihan ng na fake news tayo, magshi-share tayo.
Remulla, unless there are members who wish to ask questions.
One only.
I'm sorry, Secretary, you cannot leave yet. Thank you. Please continue, Senator.
Secretary Boying, merong legal proposition kanina si Senator Ontiveros to which you agreed. What was it? What did you agree on?
I have. Please refresh my memory. I would like to hear it again so that we can have the good gentleman.
If I may, Mr. Chair, on state witness discharge and restitution. While restitution is not a statutory prerequisite for discharge under Rule 119 or admission under RA 6981, it is sound prosecutorial practice to require it as a condition for recommending state witness status. Technically, once an accused is discharged and acquitted by operation of law, both criminal and implied civil liability in the case are extinguished, leaving the state to pursue separate civil or forfeiture actions that are cumbersome, protracted, and often ineffective. By conditioning discharge on restitution or turnover of ill-gotten assets, prosecutors safeguard the public interest, obviate the need for parallel recovery proceedings, and balance the grant of immunity with accountability. This practice ensures that while the state secures indispensable testimony, it likewise secures tangible recovery for both government and the offended parties. Mr. Chair.
To which you agreed on, Secretary Boying.
Yes, sir.
What did you agree then?
Sir,
that it is no longer.
Even though it is not found in the specific as a specific provision of the law, of the provision that it now, it really incumbent upon us to recover as much as possible government in this case. And coming up with solutions such as time, unless we wanted to wait till the end of any litigation, which can years before the government gets something. So that is, sir, I think that is a sound practice, sir.
How will you do that? For example, in the case of the Discayas, how much are you going to ask them to restitute?
Sir, we will need a forensic accountant to look at all their contracts, to be able to look at what was illegally acquired, so that we can ask them to return what we believe is illegally acquired.
Considering that the law is very explicit about this, that in applying for witness protection, restitution is not there, because restitution will come in only after the case has been resolved by the court. Only the court can determine how much should be restituted to the government, because as I have said, the civil liability is impliedly restituted in the criminal prosecution. So ma-abuse mo ang discretion mo dyan, sapagkat hindi natin madidetermine. There can be abuse there. No? It's either excess or lack of jurisdiction. Let the law process take its course. Hindi yung babaligtarin po ninyo ang nilalaman ng batas. Mawawala po tayo. That is the only one that I would like to make clear to everybody, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Yes. We have 3 minutes because we have to suspend at 3.
So, okay. Napakinggan po natin ang arguments ng dalawa, si Boying at saka si Marcoleta. Ngayon po, babasahin po natin kung ano po ang sinasabi ng ating mga kababayan, no, tungkol dito sa arguments ng dalawa. So, ika-credit po natin ito kay Juan Luna Vlogs Post. Kung follower po kayo ni Juan Luna Vlogs, nakapost po ito sa kanyang FB page, no? So, ika-credit po natin ito sa kanya. Actually, may nabasa pa po akong isa na nag-a-agree kay Sec Boying. Pero, ang pinili ko pong i-share sa inyo ay itong vlog ni Juan Luna. So, ito po ay credited sa kanya. Marcoleta versus Remulla. Who's right? Can the Department of Justice o DOJ through the Secretary of Justice impose a condition such as the return of ill-gotten wealth before admitting an individual into the Witness Protection Program, even if no court has ordered restitution? Ito po yung pinag-aargyuhan ng dalawa, restitution daw. Excuse me. So ito po yung summary of arguments. Remulla's position: the Discayas implicated in corruption and seeking state protection must first return the money they stole before being admitted into the DOJ's Witness Protection Program o WPP. In short, bago ka humingi ng protection sa gobyerno, ibalik mo muna ang perang ninakaw mo. Marcoleta's position: only the courts can order restitution, and requiring the return of money as a precondition for WPP protection has no basis in law. Ang argumento niya, court pwedeng mag-utos ng pagbabalik ng nakaw na yaman at wala raw karapatan ang DOJ na magtakda ng ganong kondisyon. Legal basis supporting Remulla. Number 1, the DOJ has broad discretion under the Witness Protection, Security and Benefit Act, RA 6981. Under the Section 2 of RA 6981, excuse me, the WPP is primarily intended to encourage a person who has witnessed or has acknowledged of the commission of a crime to testify. Meron akong nakasulat dito na source, HR Library, RA 6981. Section 3 gives the DOJ Secretary full authority to determine who qualifies for protection. Hindi ito karapatan ng sinuman. Ito'y pribilehiyo na ibinibigay lang sa karapat-dapat. The Department of Justice shall evaluate the application taking into account the offense committed, the risk to the witness, and such other appropriate considerations. Key phrase, such other appropriate considerations. Ibig sabihin, pwedeng isama ng DOJ ang mga konsiderasyong moral, makabayan o pampubliko. This gives the DOJ Secretary legal authority to impose conditions like the return of stolen public funds bago sila protektahan ng Estado. Walang nakasaad sa batas na bawal ang ganitong kondisyon at walang sinasabi ang batas na obligadong tanggapin ang kahit sinong gustong pumasok sa programa. Sunod, participation in WPP is a privilege, not a right. Walang jurisprudence na nagsasabing automatic ang pasok ng isang tao sa WPP. In fact, consent with administrative law principles, executive agencies like DOJ may impose reasonable conditions as long as they are not contrary to law or constitution. Hindi mo pwedeng ipilit ang sarili mo sa programa. Desisyon yan ng DOJ base sa kabuoang sitwasyon at sa interes ng hustisya at ng bayan. Sunod, restitution is not a penalty. It is a precondition. Marcoleta argues that restitution must come from a court order. While that's true in sentencing or civil liability, mali ang konteksto niya. Remulla is not punishing the Discayas. He is setting conditions for a discretionary government benefits. Ibang usapan ang kondisyon para humingi ng proteksyon sa gobyerno. Hindi ito parusa, ito ay bahagi ng kasunduan kung gusto mong protektahan ka habang may kaso. This is not unusual. Plea bargains on amnesties and immunities often involve conditions like restitution, cooperation, or disclosure. May kapalit lagi ang benepisyo. Kung gusto mong maprotektahan, ibalik mo muna ang ninakaw mo. So, is Marcoleta wrong? Yes. Ulitin natin. So, is Marcoleta wrong? The answer is yes. Number 1, flawed interpretation of restitution. Marcoleta is conflating judicial restitution ordered by courts after conviction with executive conditionality required by an agency like DOJ for protection. These are not the same. Hindi lahat ng usapin ay dapat idaan sa korte, lalo na kung may diskresyon naman ang ahensya sa pagpili ng testigong ilalagay sa programa. Number 2, shielding alleged criminals with legal technicalities. Marcoleta's legalist argument dangerously weakens the moral integrity of the program. Gusto niyang makalusot ang mga magnanakaw habang hawak pa rin nila ang ninakaw nila. Hindi pwede yan. Hindi gobyerno ang dapat magbigay ng proteksyon sa taong ayaw managot. Partisan lawyering. In attacking Remulla's stand, Marcoleta appears to be doing PR for the Discayas, not defending the law. Ang tanong ng taong bayan, para kanino ka ba talaga? Senador? Sa batas o sa magnanakaw na gusto mong palabasin bilang testigo? The DOJ has sole authority to admit witnesses. The Witness Protection Program ay hindi safe house ng mga kawatan. It's meant to protect those who assist justice, not those who exploit it. Under RA 6981, the DOJ has the discretion and moral obligation to ensure that those who benefit from state protection are not manipulating the system. Kung ayaw magbalik ng nakaw na yaman, di wag nating protektahan. Simple lang. Marcoleta's rigid reading to the law threatens to turn the WPP into a VIP lounge for the corrupt. So, bottom line, Secretary Remulla is right. Restitution is not only lawful, it is just. Marcoleta's stance is legally weak and politically suspect. Kung gusto ng Diskayas ng protection, ipakita nilang may pagsisisi, hindi lang sa salita, kundi sa gawa. Ibalik ang pera ng bayan. Ang haba. Meron pa po siyang mga nakalagay dito na supplementary reading. May nilagay po siyang mga RA whatsoever, full text, tapos may link po siya. Kung masipag po kayong magbasa at para maintindihan nyo po kung ano ang talagang nilalaman ng arguments ni Marcoleta at ni Sec Boying, pwede nyo po yan panoorin, no? So, dito na lamang po ang ating live streaming for today. Maraming salamat sa inyong patuloy na pagsuporta sa ating channel. So, ito na naman po ang inyong lingkod, si Lion Eyes Official, at naniniwala sa kasabihang di baling konti ang views. Ang importante, hindi tayo nagpapakalat ng fake news. Magandang umaga, mag-ingat kayo palagi. I love you all. Bye-bye. See you when the time is right. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipino, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.